MLB 19 so I am your host ZD Zach Dawson of the Iamacreator group. If you guys are joining in, want to catch more MLB 19 every 1 to 2 days a week in the chat of the Iamacreator group equals Payitforward and be rewarded. Make sure you guys hit that red support button, also smash the like button, tweet them out, share them as good as we can. You guys are always tuned in for a good time. You guys can also smash the like button if you guys are new. Hit that red support button if you guys like. If there's anybody in the chat this morning that has a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you'd like. I did lose 3 supporters already this morning since I'm back down to what I pretty much started. That'll be 1,386. Coming out of 1 or 2 live streams, but coming out of earlier this week, but it's no big deal. Well, we watch our videos in full, we like them in full, share them, tweet them out as good as we can, and we're all good to go. And if you guys want to vote for the idol this morning, guys, you guys can vote Aladdin or the Greatest Showman. Aladdin's at 27, the Greatest Showman is at 12. From anything here on in. Managing the 3-3 Cardinals this morning even of the season. You guys will also get Isaiah news this morning in just a little while. But I for one am just a little bit tired, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a shower going after I'm done with this. So that way I can feel nice and clean and try to save my hair off a little bit inside the shower, so I think I should be fine for the time being. As it will be game 1 as we speak in San Diego. It will be the 3-3 Cardinals taking on the 5-2 Padres in San Diego. On the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals, begin game 1 in San Diego, California. Taking on the 5-2 Padres this morning will be Miles McCullers. He has 8 strikeouts, 2.57 ERA. On the mound for the 5-2 Padres in game 1 in San Diego will be Garrett Richards, 1-0 record, 7 strikeouts, 1.50 ERA. You see, the last time I tried to do this, my PS4 accidentally put something terrible on that. So I'm hoping it doesn't mess up anything this time. If it does, I'll let you guys know in the chat. If you guys can hear me, want to follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like, let me know. So on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning, in game 1 in San Diego, will be Miles McCullers. He has a 2.57 ERA. And the starting lineup for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning will be, leading off will be Tommy Edman, the rookie. Batting second will be second baseman Carlton Wong. Paul Grossman is at first baseman. He bats third. Batting fourth will be Marcell Ozuna. Paul DeZong is batting fifth as shortstop. Center fielder Tyrone O'Neill is batting sixth. Jose Martinez is batting seventh as a right fielder. Yanni Molina is still welcoming him back to the lineup. He's batting eighth as a catcher. And batting ninth on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning in game 1 of 3 in San Diego is Miles McCullers. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So on this 4th of July weekend, guys, today is the 4th today, on a Saturday. So how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are good. Staying safe throughout this coronavirus as we speak. And, well, work yesterday was not bad. Work last night was tiring. I was tired basically, and basically without anything for sure when it comes to anything by the opposite or anything. Wait, I was just really tired a little after 11:30 last night. But 11 I won the call the last few times yesterday, and discussed a little bit of different things going in today and also tomorrow. I did a little shopping for my phone so I can add a little more extra for my Google Play. So opening day for the 3-3 Cardinals. They have a 3.85 ERA, 43 saves, 593 coming out of history. This is actually not too bad of a stat sheet, actually. Guys, so let me know if you guys want to vote for the Idol this morning. This is the 4th of July edition of MLB 19. So tonight you guys will have a new episode of Doom Eternal, part of the 4th of July edition. So happy 4th of July to you guys of the Iamacreator community. I mean, I don't know if it's any sign of fireworks so far today. I didn't read any. I didn't check out the possible day. I really haven't checked out the possible day for sure, but I don't know if we're going to try to get any of it today. I mean, so far tonight, but only time will tell itself, especially if we try to see what we got going on. But I am off today, guys, since this is the 4th of July, and then I'm off tomorrow. Then I go back Monday from 7 to 11, so you guys might have, well, I want to try to squeeze in The Last of Us Part 2 this weekend. So we'll see what it comes down to. So there you go, guys, on the mound for the 5-2 Padres, and begin Game 1 San Diego. Garrett Richards, 6'3". Hold on.
A chance now to give you a look at the Padres.
And then let me get to the other one in time this morning.
Well, I love watching.
So here's the starting lineup for the 5-2 Padres this season. Game 1 in San Diego. Manny Machado is batting third, batting 333.
And I would say he had a pretty good year.
As we speak with the Avids. And there you go, guys. In Game 1 of San Diego this morning, on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals will be Miles McCullough. He's making the second start of the series. 2.57 ERA, 4 hits, and 8 strikeouts to his resume.
Every 5 days, throws strikes and gives his team a chance to win every single time.
As he finishes his pitching stuff for practice. Yeah, there hasn't been any disconnection yet. And here's a good lineup defensively for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. We had the temperature yesterday. It was hot. Didn't have a single bottle of water in my system, and you know. I mean, I was going to yesterday, but I was just really tired, a little bit cranky. I was on the call with my fun yesterday, but it wasn't all too bad. McCullough's nods his head. His pitch. Strike one in the upper left. Then off first, I believe it's Travis Zanikowski for the 5-2 Padres. Game 1 in San Diego. He's batting 348. I don't know what the first name was. Swing and a miss, strike one. Now 1-1. McCullough is on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. This is what we should have done earlier this week, guys, if it wasn't for the disconnection. Well, we should be okay going into so far today. Ball 2. Nationals 4, Mets 2 in New York City. As El Red Sox fan calls it, the go-go Mets, perhaps. Swinging a miss, strike 2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready.
It's now 2-2.
Yeah, and they set him up with that.
But tonight, since I go back this Monday tonight, since today's Saturday, guys, foul ball to right, strike 2. You guys will have a new episode of Doom Eternal. I'm still a little more further than I had the last time. Swing and a miss. That's the first out for the Padres. First strikeout by Miles McCullough.
Yeah, that was really well executed.
So let's see what happens. Look at it one more time. Royals 4, Tigers nothing set out in Detroit.
Unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Up next is Fernando.
Game 1 in San Diego. Ball 1 up top. Rams 5, White 4 in Chicago. And the state of that is Illinois, perhaps. But yeah, my supporters count was up to 1393 earlier this week, but apparently something about spamming inside the chat but
At times he kind of
you guys understand I don't spam a whole lot when it comes to live streams, when it comes to growing channel, having to grow my channel every now and then. But it sometimes happens. Athletics, wait a minute. Well, yeah, sometimes happens as we speak when it comes to self-promoting and all that stuff, but I just removed that one video earlier this week because I thought my count for that was going to stick, but apparently I'm back to what I started, apparently, and I'm like, are you kidding me? What is going on? Swinging a miss to the right, strike 2. Talbot Sr. is batting 241. Is your umpires today, guys? Woody Keller and Drummond play Washington. 2-2 count by Collis. Game 1 in San Diego. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Out number 2 for the Padres. With 2 strikeouts on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals is McCullis. And there you go, guys. Batting third baseman Manny Machado is up to the plate. The 5-2 Padres this morning. Game 1 of 3. He's batting .333, 1 home run, 4 ribbies. He knows how to hit the ball real good. Like the likes of Miguel Cabrera, Jose Bautista, Miguel Tejada, apparently. So that's actually another name. I don't know if he's actually playing for the Yankees or for the or for a different team on that franchise. Ball one at the bottom, 1-1. I mean, if it wasn't for the disconnection earlier this week, you guys would have been fine with MLB, apparently. That'd be a ground ball to left center field. Scoops it up a little bit, and that will be a single. So a single by the Padres, by Manny Machado. Ground ball to left center field. Yeah, I'm just a little bit tired today, guys, but I'm hanging in there after last night. As I said, I was thirsty a little bit more, and I needed to get something in my system for supper. But yeah, I took a little more of a late supper last night, and not until almost 9:30 last night. Just that I was making sure both lots outside of Walmart was cleared, that most of the cars, that both lots don't have much left, and you know, swing and a miss. That's a strikeout, 3 up, 3 down. The inning is over. 5-2 Padres leave 1. Game 1 of San Diego. Go to bottom of the first. Padres nothing. Cardinals coming up to bat. For you guys in the chat. Of the Iamacreator group, Eagles pay it forward and be rewarded as good as we can. Here's the starting lineup for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning in Game 1 in San Diego. Bautista is batting 308. Goldsman is 160. He's batting third. And on the what was I? Oh yeah, on the mound for the 5-2 Padres, Game 1 in San Diego, will be Garrett Richards. In the second start of the season, he has a 1-0 record, 1.50 ERA, and has given up 5 hits.
Like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that.
Yeah, what's doing so far so good this morning, so it's pretty much anything you can expect. There's the defensively the lineup for the 5-2 Padres. As you look at the crowd for the fans of the 5-2 Padres of the season in San Diego, a little more excitement for Game 1 of 3. Due one for the Cardinals will be Tommy Edman. He's batting .333 this morning. And if you guys are looking for movies to watch this weekend, for during the 4th of July, here are the list of movies you may or may not or may want to check. The movies are Irresistible, starring Steve Carell, Vina, The Phantoms. I've actually never heard of that movie, to be honest. Hold on. That'll be fly ball to left center field. Picked it up, and he makes the catch, 1 away for the Cardinals in Game 1 San Diego. Then I'll bring up second baseman Colton Wong, 269, 1 ribby.
preseason contest.
Left-handed batter.
Here comes the
Miss
first pitch.
Juneteenth. Now that is a movie I haven't heard anything about this movie, but
Bases are empty, one man out.
not interested. John Lewis, good trouble, huh? Swinging a miss, strike two. That ball was inside the zone. It's now 0-2. The Outpost. I don't know anything about these three. And there's also another movie that's in there. Same time, ball went to the right, 1-2. Mariners 5, White Sox 4 in Chicago. So 1-2. But yeah, the movie that is called is some kind of a movie called My First Cow or something, or The First Cow. Because I'm not really interested in that movie either. So I, for one, don't even know much about those movies, so I really can't say a whole lot. Athletics 1, Red Sox nothing in Oakland. But I cannot say, I really cannot say the least about those 6 movies. I haven't seen any of them, to be honest. And I don't even have the app for it. Big ground ball to left, pick up by third baseman, throws to the first, and that's the second out for the Cardinals. Game 1 in San Diego. That'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. He's batting 160. Let's see what he can do. We're also going to be getting some Mysian news in just a little bit, because I'm just a little more tired going into the
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
going into anything for sure. So we'll get to that in a little bit. 6 swing strike 2 at the bottom. Went a little too long. It's now 0-2. Well, like I say, you guys will have Doom Eternal tonight, as far as I know, for you guys. Ball 1 to the outer right, 1-2. But I'm just trying to wake up a little bit. Besides, I'm gonna be taking a shower after I'm done with this completely. So it'll be okay. Ball 2.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
We got about 2 likes in the chat. Can we get up to 4 in the chat of the group? Ball 3. 3-2. On deck, Marcell Azona. He's batting 83, 1 home run, 3 ribbies. So yeah, it does feel good to be. I'm like, thank God I am off till this Monday. And my plan put plenty of athleticism. Fly ball to mid-right center field. In Game 1 in San Diego, it does go down, though. And that will be a double. So that'll be a double. So a double by the Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. If you guys can hear me, let me know in the chat of the Iamacreator community. So that's a double for the Cardinals. Runner at second, 2 outs. That'll bring up Marcell Azona. Here's the pitch by Richards, ball 1 to the left. Yeah, my pun might be having something good going on tonight. She's going to be with her, I would think, most likely with her family tonight. Because we don't know if the fireworks are going to try to happen tonight. Probably not. Since our governor in the state of Ohio pretty much canceled some of it. Ground ball, fly ball to mid-right again. Mid-center field. And that'll be an RBI double. In Game 1 in San Diego, guys. The 3-3 Cardinals are off to a little hot start. That's an RBI double by the Cardinals. Oh my goodness. To mid-center field. Game 1 San Diego. As the Cardinals strike first in Game 1 San Diego, 1-0 Cardinals. Bottom of the first, 2 outs, runner at second. Pitch to the left, strike 1. That brings in shortstop Paul DeZong. He's batting 308, 1 home run, 2 ribbies. We got about 3 likes. Can we get up to 6 in the chat this morning? Like I said, I am off till this Monday, so I'm pretty much good. Ball 1 to the bottom right. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, every 1 to 2 days a week in the chat, the format.
Tried to crush that ball.
Foul ball
And
to
now
the right
perhaps needs to
stand,
shorten
strike
up with
2.
2 strikes.
Be sure to hit that red make sure you hit that red support button.
Here's the
If you guys are
1-2.
new in the chat,
There's a
all 2.
breaking ball, but it's
It's now
laid
2
off
and 2.
doesn't find the
And if you
zone.
guys are not new
Boy, that
to the
was an
Iamacreator
awfully
community,
close pitch right
you
there.
guys can smash that like button, tweet
I
about,
want that
share it,
pitch called a strike. That's one of
comment,
those that can
add it
go
to a
either way.
playlist if you guys like. If there's anyone in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime. Swing and a miss. And that'll be the third out. And the inning is over. In game 1 of San Diego.
Oh my goodness.
We go to the top of the second. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Due up for the Padres will be first baseman Eric Hosmer. Hosmer's batting .294, 2 ribbies. You guys can do so to follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like, of the Iamacreator group, where we watch our videos in full. We like the videos in full. Share them as good as we can grab it. Ball 1 to the outer left, ball 1. And we add them to a playlist. We normally leave a caring, loving comment down below. And we never ask for support back in between, guys. Since the ones that unsupported my ass currently got me back to why I started. That's okay. I can't complain about that. I really can't. But I'll probably get up to 1400 again soon before I buy the PS5, but we'll see. That'll be fly ball to left center field. He's under it. He makes the catch. 1 away for the Padres. In game 1 in San Diego, California. That'll bring up Dennis Davidson in his first appearance in game 1 in San Diego. Game 1, perhaps. The pitch by McCullough. Foul ball to left, strike 1. It was actually just a different amount of a hit that was down there. Ball 1 at the bottom, 1-1. So we're going to get to the chase of the IZN news this morning in just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just trying to wake up a little bit, so I've been up since 6:30 this morning. That'd be ground ball center field. Game 1 in San Diego, and that will be a single. So a single by the Padres. First major league hit by Dennis Davidson. Not Dixon, but Davidson. So a single for the Padres. Game 1 in San Diego.
Yeah, good for him.
Look at it one more time in the chat.
He's worked his entire lifetime for this moment.
So decided to see what we got going on Friday on news this morning.
He's on top of
If you guys want to vote for the idol, you guys can vote Aladdin or the Greatest Showman. Aladdin's at 27, the Greatest Showman is at 12. Brings up the catcher, Austin Allen. Allen's batting 56 with 3 ribbies. Right him at first, 1 out. Swing and a miss up top, strike 2.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to
like I said, work yesterday was tiring,
he's going to get hurt.
but you know, I had to do most of the work since the last stockman got off at 9. Swing and a miss. Out number 2 for the Padres. The strikeout by McCullough. He gets that ball behind it, and that's the second out for the Padres. McCullough's looking good on the mound. But here's a man that's no stranger. That's the left fielder, Will Myers. He's batting .474. 5 home runs, 7 ribbies. He's no slouch. So let's get to some IZN news this morning, guys, since we're going to start with the review of Hannah Season 2. Let's, I haven't seen the series, to be honest, sir, or anything. Strike 1 to the left. So it's 0-1. Runner is at first for the 5-2 Padres. So let's get down to it. 19 hours ago, IGN did a review of Hannah Season 2, I would assume. Oh yeah, with Season 2 coming out of, I would think Amazon Prime would ring a bell. Oh, so apparently Hannah Season 2. Two guys, saw a 9 out of 10. That's actually respectable. Swing and a miss. Not a strikeout, and the side is retired. Game 1 in San Diego. We're going to bottom in the second. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Due out for the Cardinals, we center fielder Tyra O'Neill coming up to bat. He's batting .280, 1 home run, 2 ribbies. Game 1 San Diego.
Here comes the first pitch.
Okay, here's a question for you guys in the chat of the Iamacreator group. The question that comes around is there's actually about the fall season. So hold on, check swing, strike 2 at the bottom. No 0-2. So here's a question for you guys in the chat. You guys can give your honest opinions if you like. Well, hold on. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out for the Cardinals. Second strikeout by Garrett Richards. He is on the mound for the 5-2 Padres this morning. So far, the question for you guys is, as fall approaches, at this point, how do you plan to play the next 10 games? Strike 1 to the right. The sources are, I'm all in on the Xbox Series X. If the Xbox Series X rumored Project Lockhart saves me some money, I'm in. Strike 2 to the right. So 0-2. I'm keeping my Xbox One for now. The PS5 Standard Edition, gimme. Ball 1 up top, 1 and 2. The PS5 Digital Edition suits me fine. More money for games. My PC can play these games just fine. Or are you guys going multi-platform for next gen for all the games? So based on those 6, I mean that's a little tough. But in my honest opinion, you guys understand I still have an 80% chance of buying the PS5. Check swing, struck him out. That's second out for the Cardinals in Game 1 at San Diego. But yeah, I'm all in on the PS5 this year. But I'm going into Christmas time, since my plan is duking it out with the PS5 right now. I don't see that being a terrible memorized idea. I mean, look, I'm telling you. I've had this console for almost 6 years. I mean, with injections or without injections. Well, if you have a console that's been around, that you've had for a long time, it may have a little bit of problems under it, or inside the system, or outside the system. Okay, that's not the much of the important thing. Strike 2 to the left. So 1-2. Yadier Molina is batting 100. Comes to 1-2 by Richards. Check swing, struck him out as well. And the side is retired. Game 1 in San Diego this morning. Chat. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. Go to top of the third. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Due up for the Padres. The pitcher on the mound for the 5-2 Padres of the season is Garrett Richards. Garrett Richards is not doing too bad this morning, as far as anybody would like. But to be honest with you guys, I'm still buying the PS5, even though it feels the heat pressure or the pressure on that. But I'm still putting my money on that. Well, by the time I get the PS5, my opponent gets my PS4, and I'll have a lot of cash putting towards the PS5. So, putting the first few investments for early next year, and be very well prepared. Because all I have to do, I mean, more importantly, what I have to do, since it'll be 6 years by October 24th, check swing struck him out at the bottom. First out for the Cardinals. Actually, Padres, excuse me. I'm sick. Cardinals. So I'm going to go PS5 standard edition gimme. So the percent of the vote between out of 7 guys, the standard edition of the PS5 is at a 40% of the vote. So that's not bad. A little more thankful, but a little more smarter. Strike one to the right. Brings up Travis Zanikowski. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first inning in Game 1 San Diego. 1-1 count by him. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Yankees 3, Orioles 1 in Baltimore. Ways we're doing a little bit better for you guys in chat instead of in the Jackson. And he struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. So it's the second out for the Padres. 7 strikeouts by McCullers. He's looking good on the mound, though, for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. So I don't blame him. So the percentage of the vote is where it stands. So. But the other majority of the people brings up Fernando Tatis Jr., shortstop. He struck out his first time. Game 1 San Diego. But yeah, the other half of you guys in the chat are looking to buy both. But I'm always staying with one console, and that's the PS5. But with Assassin's Creed on the horizon, I'm so addicted to Assassin's Creed since day one. I think when some of us in the chat, and when my pun and I discussed it last week, she thinks I support the final chapter for the PS4 as Assassin's Creed Valhalla as my last pre-order. Which I don't see that being a problem. That'd be foul ball to left. And it's in the sand, strike 2. Still 1-2. Which I don't see that being an issue for it, guys. I should be able to have that last pre-order come to this console. There'll be ground ball to right center field. We'll come to 5-2 Padres, and that will be a single. So a single by the Padres. Game 1 San Diego. But you guys can let me know what you guys think in the chat. Like I said, I'm all in for the PS5 this year. Brings up third baseman Manny Machado. He's 1 for 1, a single in the first inning. 5-2 Padres trying to hype themselves up a little bit. So far in the season, we'll see what it comes to the table. As far as releases go, we'll get to some of it in a second.
Here's the first pitch.
This pitch coming up. Strike 1 to the bottom right. Bottom at first, 2 outs. Game 1 in San Diego. Top of the third, 1-0 Cardinals. So going in for next week, since I am off to this Monday, basically check swing to the left, strike 2, is you guys are getting some good movies. One of the movies that's coming out next week, you've got Crosscode, a movie called Crosscode, which I haven't really, and that'll be a pop-up. Pop out the foul territory behind home base, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. Padres leave 1 in Game 1 San Diego. We go to bottom of the third, Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Due up for the Cardinals. Starting pitcher. On the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning, in Game 1 St. Louis, excuse me, is Miles McCullers. This Tuesday, you guys will have Digimon Adventure, Last Evolution Kizuna, Inmate number 1, The Rise of Danny Trio. But I mean, this is a good surprise that Danny Trio comes out of Mercedes kills and Spy Kids. So this man is still alive and well. Well, he's been around for a long time. Little Town Heroes coming out this month with a side of 7 out of 10. Without question, and a pop-up. Foul territory to the left, to the right. He makes the catch, 1 away for the Cardinals.
So with one gone,
So that's a good surprise. Next Friday, coming
coming
to Fandango, as you guys understand, coming out of Facebook this morning. Back to the lineup. Be third baseman Tommy Edman coming to the bat. He's flown out his first time in Game 1 San Diego. It's a movie called The Outpost. So that'll be a little kind of an okay movie, to be honest. So we have some Fortnite news this morning. 96 miles per hour is now 0-1. Commanders 5, White Sox 4 in San Diego. Foul ball to left, strike 2. So, apparently Fortnite is going to sell We the People in Party Royal this weekend. And he struck him out number 2 for the Cardinals. Well, what does that mean? Well, basically some of this for sure, to be honest. According to Anna Bankus, Fortnite, which I don't get into fucking Fortnite at all, which I know a lot of you guys do, which I don't see that being a wannabe person that plays it, that doesn't when I'm playing it. Colton Wong is 0 for 1, grounded out his first time, Game 1 St. Louis. So yeah, Fortnite will be selling We the People gimmick, a series of conversations that advance the dialogue around race in America and prominent BIPOC. Be foul ball behind the stands, strike 2. So 1 and 2. What it stands for, black, indignious, ball 2 to the right, 2 and 2. And people of color. Voices in business, sports, media, music, and entertainment. It will be today. It will be sometime today, which is actually July 4th, in its Party Royal mode. On deck, Paul Goldsmith batting 192. Presented by Opus United, We the People will have its first sowing, basically. That'll be fireball to deep center field. He gets under it, makes the catch. Good catch. And the inning is over. Defensively. We go to top of the 4th inning. Game 1 St. Louis. Cardinals 1. Padres nothing. Due-up for the Padres will be right fielder Hunter Renfroe. He struck out his first time. Game 1 San Diego. Collis nods his head. And the Pits coming up. Strike 1 to the right. So that'll be starting around 9:46 this morning, and it will re-air every other hour for the 24 hours following the very first show. Which I think it's kind of a little bit authorizing, since Fortnite's doing We the People, coming out of Abraham Lincoln saying, or when the government. Either the government or the Supreme Court wrote that kind of big letter, which I remember in my histories. So that'll be starting around 9:46 this morning. So you guys can check it out on a TV channel, 1 and 2 count. Foul ball to left, strike 2. We the People will be hosted by CNN's Van Jones. Hold on a second. And he struck him out at the bottom. Good strikeout, 1 out for the Padres. 8th strikeout by Maurice McCullough. McCullough is doing a fantastic job on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. But that's a pretty good start you guys want to look for. Pitch by McCullough. Strike 1 to the bottom right. On 1. Brings up Eric Hosmer. He's 0 for 1. We fly out in the second. Such as guest as former editor-in-chief of Teen Rogue, Elaine Welteroth, The Atlantic's Jamil Hill, rapper, songwriter, visionary, Killer Mike, and hip-hop musician, Little Baby. That'll be Little Baby as we speak. Was like I said, I don't get into rap set. I don't. But that's why I'm more of an 80s, 90s person. Like my love and I are. Carlos has given up 11 balls, 43 strikes, total of 54. In Game 1, San Diego. Game 1 in St. Louis, excuse me. Number 55 coming up. That'll be ground ball center field again. And this time it will be a single. Single by the Padres. Game 1 in St. Louis. It's up one more time. The zones and East guests will be speaking about how the saying synthetic racism and media, culture, and entertainment. But I think it'll be outstanding to see. For you guys, for most of us that may or may not be interested. Second baseman Dennis Davidson's off the bat. He's 1 for 1 with a single in the second inning. Game 1 in St. Louis. 1-1 count coming up. Strike 2 in the upper left. Runner at first, 1 out. You guys can be part of the discussion. But make sure you launch Fortnite, because I for one am not interested in watching it. That'll be ground ball to second for a DP, and they do. Defensively by the 3-3 Cardinals, double play, and the side is retired. Good play defensively. Look at that, guys. Game 1 San Diego, Padres leave 1. Go to bottom of the 4th, Cardinals 1, Padres nothing.
Just about set to go for the last of the
not bad of a start though in Game 1 San Diego.
In between innings, I was able to catch
you guys can make sure you launch Fortnite before watching. You wish to join. Before the sewing, if you wish to join. Players will need to start Battle Royal game mode, enter the Party Royal playlist, and then head to the island's big screen. So yeah, so you guys can check it out tonight. This morning, because I for one am not interested. So no. I mean, it sounds good to want maybe see it on CNN, but I don't get into that much. Paul Goldschmidt's 1 for 1 with a double his last time in Game 1 in St. Louis. I mean, I don't know. I mean, We the People is a pretty good reference throughout the United States a long time ago. Strike 1 to the left, 1-1. There's also, hold on a minute. Little news about Shia LaBeouf this morning. Get to that in a second. Next swing, strike 2 at bottom right, strike 2, 1 and 2 at the bottom. Something about Shia LaBeouf really tattooed his chest with Suicide Squad's director's movie called the movie is called The Tax Collector, but I've never got inside of it. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. That'd be foul ball to right, strike 2.
Think he was sitting on that pitch right there?
Now it's deep to the right.
Smoked that ball. You could tell the grimace on his face that he wanted to
struck him out as well. First out for the Cardinals. 6 strikeout by Garrett Richards. He's not looking too bad on the mound. He is on the mound for the 5-2 Padres this morning. Going forward. According to Jim Vidota, about LaBeouf's tattoo. Shia LaBeouf really got apparently he got his chest and torso heavily tattooed. Ball one at the bottom. He's up Marcell Ozuna, left fielder. He had a double, he drove in a ribby, so he's 1 for 1. Game 1 in St. Louis. Athletics 3, Red Sox 2 in Oakland. So apparently he got his tattoo going of David Ayer's new movie called the Tax Collector. Indians 4, Blue Jays nothing in Cleveland. Ball 3 outside the zone, 3-0. On deck is Paul DeZong, he's batting .296. So Ayer went on to state, and I quote, hold on. That'll be fly ball to deep right center field, and it's foul. That's strike 1. Hit speed was 86 miles per hour this morning, guys. It's like swing, strike 2 at the bottom. And I quote, he's one of the best actors I've worked with, and he's the most committed to body and soul. And that's ball 4 first walk by Garrett Richards.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that.
He's on the mound for the 5-2 Padres this morning, as he walks Arizona for the 3-3 Cardinals in Game 1 in St. Louis. That'll bring up shortstop Paul DeZong coming up to bat. He struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. Runner at first, 1 out.
Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Strike 1 near to the middle. That's 0-1. He had a tooth pulled on Fury, and then on Tax Collector. Pretty much said something about him and the Tax Collector. Strike 2, and runner is called out, trying to steal second. So that's second out for the Cardinals. But a good try though, trying to steal second. But he got called out, so that's out number 2 for the Cardinals. We'll get to play one more time. Gets a little bit close, but not close enough specifically. And that was strike 2. So, and then on the Tax Collector, ball into the right. He got his whole chest tattooed. So he kind of goes in. Now, I've never known anyone that got committed. And he struck him out at the middle. And that's the third out. The side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. Game 1 in St. Louis. Go to top of the 5th. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing.
Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set.
So I don't know. I don't see that being typical if it comes to having a tattoo on your chest, your heart, your body, anywhere. To be honest, the Tax Collector sees Shia LaBeouf play some kind of a creeper. It's creeper, the right-hand man, and best friend of Bobby Soto's protagonist, David. As we speak, due-up for the Padres is Austin Allen. He struck out in the second.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
I mean, the Tax Collector. I don't know if that's compared to the Accountant, played by Ben Affleck. Foul ball to left, strike 2. So I don't know. I mean, the Tax Collector seems like it'll be good. Seems like it'll be good, but it all depends. I mean, Shia LaBeouf has been. Okay, here's the thing. Shia LaBeouf has been, in my honest opinion, Shia LaBeouf is one of the best actors I've seen in Transformers history or in movie history. That's the first out for the Padres. 9 good strikeouts by McCullers on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. Oh wow. But not bad, not bad. McCullers nods his head, gets the pitch offering. Strike 1 at the bottom. Will Myers, the left fielder, he has struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Game 1 in St. Louis in the chat this morning as well.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
There'll be ground ball to left center field, picked up by second baseman. Throws to the first base, out number 2 for the Padres. Here comes the starting pitcher for the 5-2 Padres this morning, Garrett Richards. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the third. Orioles 4, Yankees 4 in Baltimore and Maryland. Strike 1 in the upper left. That's 0-1. So I don't know. I mean, when it comes to having a tattoo on your torso, that has to hurt. That really has to hurt, guys. No joke on anything with being a professional, but I don't know. But if I were to have a tattoo, I would put it on one of my. I wouldn't put it on my chest. I probably would not. And he struck him out. Oh wow! And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Padres. Game 1 St. Louis. Go to bottom of the 5th inning. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Due up for the Cardinals. with Tyro O'Neill, center fielder. He struck out in the second inning. Apparently, it does read that Creeper, which sparked much speculation, which was real when paparazzi photos involving this guy. Swing and miss, strike 2 on the upper. No, 0-2. Pitch was 97 miles per hour. Swing and a miss. Out number 1 for the Cardinals. 8th strikeout by Garrett Richards. He's not doing too bad on the mound either, guys, when it comes to a pitching battle. When a paparazzi photos of a shirtless LaBeouf surfaced online last year. As I look at LaBeouf's tattoos down here, I would think it sounds okay, but why a big tattoo? That's the problem. Jose Martinez has struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1 in Game 1 in St. Louis. But yeah, it shows him it does show a pic. It does show a pic of him as Creeper, so in the tax collector. And the tax collector, David and Creeper collect debits owned by local gangs to the crime lord Wizard. On deck, Yadier Molina's batting 95. With Wizard's old rival, basically. The swing at the bottom, strike 1, so 3-1. Upended then when Wizard's old rival returns to LA from Mexico, as he's looking to take over. Foul ball to right, strike 2. As you can see from the trailer below, and from what I'm checking in the chat, struck him out. Out number 2 for the Cardinals. 9th strikeout by Richards. He's good on the mound for the 5-2 Padres this morning. But LaBeouf appears very steely and intense in the role. Yadier Molina's 0 for 1 with strikeout in the second inning in Game 1 in St. Louis. Heavily tattooed characters, strike 1 in bottom left, are nothing new for a David Ayer film. It's most notably seen in his adoption of DC movies. This is actually the movie Sex Swing at the bottom, strike 2. Brazos has given up 25 balls, 47 strikes, total of 72 in the chat this morning. As you guys can see. Ball 1 to the right, 1-2. But yeah, his tattoo doesn't seem too bad. So the tax collector will be in theaters by... So it'll debut in theaters, which will also star Cynthia Carmona and the one and only George Lopez. George Lopez will be in there as well. It'll debut in theaters, on digital, and on demand on August 7th. You guys can check it out on August 7th if you like, but we'll see. I prefer a little more of the accountant. By Ben Affleck for sure, but I mean the movie itself doesn't seem too bad. I mean the thing is, why a tattoo on your damn chest, you know? I just think it's a little bit creepy. And they pop up. The foul territory to right, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. I mean I've seen plenty of people have tattoos on their chests, which I think is ridiculous. Game 1 St. Louis. Doo-wop for the Padres. With center fielder Travis Jankowski. Struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. It's the pitch by McCollis. You guys can let me know in the chat for sure. Foul ball to left, strike 1. Top of the 6th, Game 1 St. Louis. 1-0 Cardinals. Nobody out.
That's why this guy's been able to stay in the
swing and a miss, strike 2. McCollis is looking excellent on the mound this morning. One of the things have been going. So we'll see. I have no clue. I mean, the movie might sound good, but I would prefer to watching swing and a miss again. Wow. First out for the Padres. That makes it 11 strikeouts by McCollum. He is fucking unstoppable right now for the 3-3 Cardinals in Game 1 in St. Louis. 11 strikeouts, wow. A big surprise, a big jump. McCullers nods his head. Foul ball to left, strike one. Brings up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd inning. He's a shortstop as the right-handed batter. Mariners 5, White Sox 4 in the final in Chicago. So I don't know, I mean, part of it, a little bit of part of it, guys. I think it might be interesting, but I don't think it'll be better than the accountant. So I, for one, am not leaving that. It will be out of range. 1-2 count. Ball 2 at the bottom. So we'll see what happens. Well, playing as a tax collector has to be kind of like a money thriller movie. That'll be ground ball to center field, and he picks it up, and that is a single. Indians 5, Blue Jays nothing in Cleveland, Ohio. Ohio, perhaps. Brings up Manny Machado, 3rd baseman. He's a 1 for 2. I'll be down a little bit with a single in the 1st inning. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I would think maybe half of the time I would see the tax collector, but Shia LaBeouf is actually one of the best actors that I've seen. Strike one to the upper right. But I'll think about it, guys. I don't think my opponent would want to see it. I don't think so, because we're part of a romantic comedy situation for that instead of the tax collector. So we'll see. 0-2 count. Foul ball to left, strike 2. So it all depends, guys. I mean, if you guys are looking to check out the tax collector, guys can check out the trailer. And he struck him out at the bottom. Wow. Out number 2 for the Padres. 12th strikeout by McCullers. I mean, he is on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. Brings up Honey Renfroe. Renfroe has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. He does have a 45 average, with just 1 ribby. Game 1 in St. Louis. So far, no disconnection today, but that's a good thing. So I don't know, I mean, I pretty much may or may not want to see the tax collector. So like Shia LaBeouf, the other 2 actors that I just mentioned, I don't know. See, but yeah, I probably would not want it until it comes out on anything better. Ball at the bottom. We also have the best viewed games of this year, of 2020, so far. So far, so good as it should be. I'm going to read these down in just a little bit. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Bottom at first, 2 outs. Ball 2 on the upper right, 2-2. Top of the 6th, 2 outs, 1-0 Cardinals. Game 1 in St. Louis. We foul ball to right in the stands, strike 2 for a magic souvenir. Ball 3. On deck is Eric Hosmer. Hosmer's batting .316. He's on deck. There'll be fly ball to deep center field. And he makes a beautiful catch. Defensively, and decided retired. Padres lead 1. Game 1 in St. Louis. Go to bottom of the 6th. Cardinals 1. Padres nothing. Due-off for the Cardinals. The pitcher. For the 3-3 Cardinals on the mound. Game 1 in St. Louis. It's Miles McCullers. He popped out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. According to Jordan Serrani, much like the last traditional year for the console gaming back in 2013, a year that brought us GTA 5, The Last of Us, and Bioshock Infinite. 2020 has been a strong year for new games. Do your right-handed bullpen pitchers for the 5-2 Padres. With the first quarter behind us, they've actually compiled 32 games that received a review score of 8 or higher from IGN. To note that, despite their qualifying scores, swing and a miss, strike 2 to the right, to the left, excuse me, it's now 1 and 2. To note that despite the qualifying scores, expansions, like say for example, that'll be foul ball to right in the stands, that's also strike 2. Was this Division 2 Warlocks of New York, in games in early access, Mount and White 2 Bannerland Lord. Apparently those games are not included.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just
So you got, I'm going to be checking these scores out in a second. Swing and a miss. First out for the Cardinals. 10th strikeout also for Red Sox for the 5-2 Padres this morning. In fact, so we're going to start with our first game, basically. Let's start an 8 out of 10. Back to the lineup. Third baseman Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 2 for a strikeout and a flyout. If you guys also have a touchscreen on your phone, a computer, or a tablet you guys can use, you guys can do so to follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like. Because I'm pretty sure most of us still, we only get on Twitter most of the time instead of Facebook. Which I still get on Facebook at a different normal time, so it's basically a different step for sure, but it's really not much going in for sure. But you guys can jump in the website anytime you'd like. The website is, hold on, Ball 2. 5-2 Padres have given up 1 walk so far. The 3-3 Cardinals have not. So the first game for the PC, I set on 8 out of 10. Strike at the bottom, 2 and 2. Is Black Mesa. Black Mesa shot an 8 out of 10. And that game is only for PC. Struck him out. Out number 2 for the Cardinals. So yeah, that game shot an 8 out of 10 for PC. We also have Blood Roots for the PS4, Switch, and PC. That game also shot an 8 out of 10 of the developer called Payitforward. C-U-L-T. So yeah, that's not bad. Hon Wong is second baseman off the bat. He has lined out, he has grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Game 1 in St. Louis. The Spartals 3. That game is actually for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Coming out of Me Games developer. That game also shot a 8 out of 10 as well. But I've heard the game is not too bad in the balance for what it is. But I haven't gotten the taste of it. That'll be ground ball to left center field. And that'll be a single. So a single by the Cardinals. Red Sox has gained 33 balls, 57 strikes. He does have 11 strikeouts on the mound for the 5-2 Padres this morning. Here comes the manager for the 5-2 Padres, going to the mound. Gives the ball to the manager, and that'll be it for Garrett Richards. He was actually pretty good on strikeouts this morning. Give him credit. So taking over on the mound for the 5-2 Padres, game 1 in St. Louis, will be Craig Statman. Statman's making his 5th start of the series. He has a 5.06 ERA and 3 strikeouts to his resume. Here comes the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. It's 1 for 2 for a double and drove in a run. Game 1 in St. Louis. So yeah, the Spartans shot an 8 out of 10 regardless. Runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Cardinals. Game 1 in St. Louis. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 near at the bottom. Final Fantasy VII Remake solid 8 out of 10. Coming out of Square Enix, where Square Enix is one of the best, greater developers of all time. There's a lot of credit that surrounds Square Enix, guys, to be honest. That'd be fly ball to deep right center field. Does he get under it? He does get under it. Makes the catch. The side is retired. Game 1, St. Louis, guys. Go to the top of the 7th inning. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. So alright, but yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake will be getting a few more parts on discs. But it is one of the greatest RPG games of all time. Which I was born as a Final Fantasy RPG person since day one. So when it comes to a debate with that, no one should be able to have it with me, most likely. Eric Cosmos 1 for 2. Carlos is still on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning. Strike 1 at the bottom. There's another game which I really don't have an Xbox system. And that game is Gears of War Tactics. Strike 2 to the right. So that's 0-2. So that the Xbox One version will be coming out later this year. Coming out of Splash Damage, the Coalition, perhaps. So guys can check that out. That'd be pop up to left center field. And he makes the catch. 1 out for the Padres. Game 1, St. Louis defensively. Here comes Davidson. Second baseman is 1 for 2. A single in the 2nd inning. Carlos nods his head once again. Nods the pitch. Ball 1 at the bottom. So that's an 8 out of 10. There's also a game for PS4 and PC. Coming out of Arc System Works. I believe that's a new company. That's based on the developer status. Strike 1 to the left, 1-1. So I would assume it's a little deep on under. Strike 2 to the right, and that is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So that game saw an 8 out of 10. I mean, I've never played the game, but if it's based on fantasy, it might be an RPG secondary or something. And he struck him out looking. 3 out, 13th strikeout by McCullis. He's looking unstoppable on the mound, so that's 2 outs for the Padres. Indians 6, Blue Jays nothing in Cleveland. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have some breakfast after I'm done with this, so then we can try to calculate. Strike 1 in the upper left. Brings up Austin Allen, the catcher. He has 2 strikeouts. He is 0 for 2 in Game 1, St. Louis.
Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Carlos is finding his good groove this morning. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That one is 0-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches.
Gonna be ground ball left center field. Picks it up. Throws to the first baseman, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Padres. Game 1, St. Louis. To the bottom of the 7th. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Due up for the Cardinals. Be left fielder Marcel Azona. He had a double and drove in a ribby. So he's 1 for 1 in Game 1, St. Louis. That's that this morning. Yeah, that's actually right-handed batting right there. It's the pitch. Ball 1 on the upper right. Gets close a little bit to the zone, perhaps. Another game for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And that's also an investment I haven't played or haven't heard of. Ball 1 at the bottom is Kentucky Route 0. Coming out of Cardboard Computer. And this game is also for PC. So, probably am not interested in that. Pirates 1, Reds nothing in Pittsburgh. So probably not.
Here comes the 1-1.
Ball 2
And this
to
one
the upper
runs a
left.
little too far
So that's
in.
at a 10. A little Orpheus for the iOS coming out of the Chinese room. It's at an 8 out of 10, according to that review. Swing and a miss, strike 2 at the bottom. 2 and 2.
Boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's
Another 8 out of 10 for PS4, X1, Switch, and PC is Mega Man 0 ZX Legacy Edition. It's Mega Man Sex Swing again. First out for the Cardinals. But yeah, most of us know how Mega Man is. It's been around for a long time and knows its gameplay very well with the 8-bit stuff since it first made its appearance a long time ago. Way before Sonic was around, Mario when Mario was around as well, in the same time. Paul designed the shortstop. He has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Red Sox 6, Athletics 3 in Oakland. Oh yeah, MLB 20. I have no plans buying that this year for the PS5. So no. Fireball to right center field. And he also makes the catch. Graciously out number 2 for the Cardinals. Another powerful catch. So that got an 8 out of 10. Have the series back up according to Gabriel Moss, excuse me. The other written game for PS4, X1, Switch, and PC, coming out of SMG Studio and Dev Ab Games, is a game called Moving Out. So that's not an 8 out of 10 with not much greater for the case of Beer Afterwards. So I haven't seen the game itself, but I do know it is maybe good for what it's worth. But for Switch and PC, there's a game called Murder by Numbers. Murder by Numbers, guys. Kind of like a Phoenix Wright style. But guys, since a lot of us know what Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is, or Phoenix Wright for the Nintendo system, but that's been around for a long time as well. For the franchise, ball 2 at the bottom, 2 and 2. Tyrell Neal's over 2. One Piece Pirate Wars 4 for the Forza consoles, and he struck him out. And the side is retired. Game 1 in St. Louis. We go to top of the 8th inning. Cardinals 1, Padres nothing. Doo-wop for the Padres, left fielder Will Myers. He struck out and he has grounded out. College keeping its great success going. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 on the upper right. Strike 1 regardless for the perfection. Strike 2 at the middle. It's now 0-2. Basically. So, One Piece Pirate Wars 4, side, an 8 out of 10. So that's not for Game of the Year. For PS4, Xbox One, and PC, guys in the chat, is Snow Runner. A game called Snow Runner. It'll be ground ball to third. Picks it up, throws to the first. Oh, not in time. So that's an infield single. So the manager wanted to challenge it, but they're going to check it again just to make sure. I don't know if that might have been an out or something. Maybe. Maybe not. But I don't know if the manager for the 3-3 Cardinals would want to challenge it for sure.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so the call will stand.
So yeah, they're not going to challenge it.
Number 22 will come
so pinch hitting. So there will be a pinch hitter. The 5-2 Padres goes by the name of Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor. He's batting 111. Batter at first, nobody out. The pitch by McCullis. Ball 1 up top. Yankees 7, Orioles 4, and Baltimore. Attendance is 41,886 in Game 1, St. Louis.
Myers aboard here at first with nobody out.
Ball 2. Red Sox 8, Athletics 3 in Oakland.
This is a spot right here playing first base. You have to really be on your toes. With a
Strike 1 at the bottom. Same way. For the other 4 consoles coming out of Metalhead Software, there's a game called Super Mega Baseball. It'll be ground ball to the pitcher. And that'll be the first out for the Padres. Right on first, goes to second. And that'll bring in Travis Zanikowski, center fielder. He's 0 for 3 for strikeout in the second. Actually, 6th inning, excuse me. 5-2 Padres, looking to build a little bit momentum. Game 1 St. Louis, hopefully. See what a different result should be.
First pitch on its way.
Swing and a miss outside the field. Strike 1. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for Super Mega Baseball 3 in the chat. So
he's looking at the golden sombrero.
Foul ball to left, strike 2. There's also Dems fighting hoods. Dems fighting hoods, guys. Carlos nods his head. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Runner at second, nobody out.
The next 0-2.
1 out, excuse me. Ball 1 up top, 1 and 2. So that game's only for PC. 1 and 2 count. Foul ball to right, left as well. Oh yeah, there's another game that I do have that I haven't touched, that I haven't gone back to playing again as of late, and that game that's set out an 8 out of 10. That'd be pop up to left, and I don't know what happened on that play. So that would be almost a costly error. Oh my goodness. So that's a double for the Padres. 3 and 3 Cardinals didn't know what they were doing, basically. We saw Fernando, he has singled twice. So they will replace him off the mound. So here comes the 3 and 3 manager for the 3 and 3 Cardinals coming to the mound. And that game is Trails of Mana. I do have it for the sweats, but I haven't gone back to the game itself for quite a while. So that'll be it for McCullis. And on the mound for the 3 and 3 Cardinals this morning will be Andrew Miller. Miller making his 3rd start, 1-0 record. And he has given up 5 strikeouts to his resume. So, second and third, 1 out. Bunt attempt. And that's, oh wait a minute, I thought it was foul. But the runner at third goes to home after the bunt attempt. And it's tied 1-1 apiece. Runner at third, 1 out. Swing and a miss at the bottom, strike 2. Runner at third, 1 out, top of the 8th. 1 run apiece. Game 1 in St. Louis. But not bad of a bunt attempt though. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss at the bottom, strike 3, out number 2. So yeah, that would be Trails of Mana. But if I were to get back into the game, I would think about it. We'll see. Another game for the Sweats is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Now that game, I have heard about this game. I've heard it's good, but I haven't touched base on it. Except third baseman Manny Machado. Singled his first time, he's 1 for 3 in Game 1 in St. Louis.
As a look, now the pitch.
Strike 1 in the upper left. That's 0-1. Here's another game that's shot a 9 out of 10. Besides 8 out of 10. And that would be Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now that game for sure, guys, is up for Game of the Year. From what I'm thinking, compared to the other 4, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's added to that list. So I'm pretty sure that might get a good award. Ground ball to the center field, and he lost the ball. That'll be scored as an E6, as an RBI single.
For
An
a
RBI
misplaced
single
ball to
by
be
the
difference.
Padres.
But that's where we're
Oh
at
my
right now,
goodness.
as the error leads to the
He
go-ahead
dropped the
run.
ball a little bit. And and it takes over the lead. 2-1 Padres, top of the 8th, 2 outs. Right at first.
In now, Hunter Renfroe as the first
Swing and a miss, strike one at the bottom. Brings up Hunter Renfroe. He's 0 for 3 with a line out in the 6th inning. So Animal Crossing New Horizons. So from the basics that I've seen from this game is it's not bad. It'll be fly ball to center field. Races the blood quickly, and the side is retired defensively. So that side a 9 out of 10.
2 errors in the inning and 1 man left on.
Go to bottom of the 8th. Padres 2, game 1 St. Louis. Padres 2, Cardinals 1. And on the mound for the 5-2 Padres will be Carl Edwards Jr. Edwards Jr. making his 3rd start of the season. He does have 1 strikeout to his resume. For Xbox One and PC, coming out of GoSib games, is Deep Rock Galactic. Due out for the Cardinals will be Jose Martinez. He struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. So yeah, that game is called Deep Rock Galactic, which I've never heard of it either.
First pitch on its way.
Another game for 9 out of 10 is Doom Eternal. Now Doom Eternal, you guys will have a new episode tonight. Since I'm off today, tomorrow, and I go back Monday. So that's strike 1. He gives a sign, 0-1 offering coming up.
0-1, here's the pitch.
Swing and a miss. Took it too long. And I think we're going to stop by the news right where it's at. So yeah, some of those games have been getting good reviews. That'll be foul ball to right, strike 2.
Classic change of speeds right there. Through the hitter's
Yeah, that's
timing
actually
got a
basic from what
late
I've
foul
seen,
ball.
to
Interesting
be honest.
see where he goes now.
So it's not bad. Ball 1 up top. It's 1 and 2. Martinez is 0 for 2 in game 1 St. Louis.
The 1-2.
Ball 2. 2 and 2 so far. We're still doing pretty good this morning. Swing and a miss too high. 1 out for the Cardinals. He didn't look too happy on the pitches, the batter's box. That's for sure. That'll bring up Gaudio Molina, the catcher. He has struck out and he has popped out. He's 0 for 2 in game 1 St. Louis. But yeah, I'm going to have some breakfast in just a little bit, and then I'm going to get a sour afterwards. Ball 1 to the right. So you guys consider yourself news this morning. Guys will have Doom Eternal tonight as well, while we're at it. Strike 1 to the right. It's 1-1 in the tap.
The 1-1.
Ball 2. 2-1.
2-1. Our pitcher's duel
I'm going to skip a little bit of the replay on this one. And they pop up to right center field. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Oh, wait a minute, that's a 2nd out for the Cardinals, excuse me. So, and for the pitch hitting, pitch hitting for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning, it will be Matt Carpenter coming up to bat. Waiting to see what we're going to do, perhaps. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, 2-1 Padres. Game 1 in St. Louis, Missouri. Ball 1 at the bottom. It's ball 1 for sure. But it's all good.
2 out, nobody on.
Oh, we mastered demo, huh? Okay. Ball 2. 2-0 so far.
2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all
As
over
it gets
the place.
another replay of the glimpse.
Too high.
Ball 3.
And it's 3-0.
3-0 precisely on deck. Tommy Edman batting 300. The Padres have given up 1 walk so far this morning. In Game 1, St. Louis. Just 1 walk so far.
The 3-0 pitch.
And ball 4, second walk by the Padres. To the 3-3 Cardinals. As Edward Jr. Walks Matt Carpenter. The 3-3 Cardinals. Brings up Tommy Edman, third baseman. He struck out in the 6th inning. He is 0 for 3. In the 10th. Runner at first, 2 outs.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Strike 1 at the bottom. I know if anybody can slide a hit from the bottom. I mean, maybe, maybe not. But we'll see. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Went a little bit too long from the line.
Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but
Game 1, St. Louis.
For having really good speed. So personally, I
ball
much
1.
want to see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
Carpenter, the runner at first with 2 gone.
1 and 2 offering coming up. Foul ball to left. Looks like a good hit, but strike 2. Hit speed was 64 miles per hour.
The 1-2 is,
and he struck him out. And the side is retired.
1 left for the Cardinals.
After that walk.
2-1.
We go to top of the 9th inning, guys. Stretch out a little bit. Game 1, St. Louis. Padres 2, Cardinals 1. And a different position player will be coming in. And it will be... So taking over on the mound for the 3-3 Cardinals this morning in the chat will be Giovanni Gallegos. Gallegos, his 2nd start and 4 strikeouts. His resume. Due-out for the Padres will be Eric Hosmer. He's singled in the 4th. He is 1 for 3.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy.
Nods his head.
That the guys truly
ball 1 at the bottom. Took it a little too long off the bat. Oh my. The big ground ball to first, and it gets out of his hand again. The Cardinals still don't know what's going on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold up a minute. I don't want that damn sound trying to mess me up. Pirates 3, Reds nothing in Pittsburgh. But thank you so much. Runner at first, nobody out.
Stepping in now, Dennis Davidson.
Strike 1 at the bottom. Except Dennis Davidson. He's 1 for 3 for single in the 2nd. There'll be a pop-up to left. Can he get there in time? And he almost did, but that's foul. 0-2 count. Ball 1 to the left, 1 and 2.
As that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1 and 2.
Swing and a miss. And that's the first out for the Padres.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter
we
thinks
play
that
once
they can
again.
do something with that, but most of the time,
93 miles per hour.
Right there, a big swing and a miss, and another
Excuse me.
Into the box now. Number
ball 1 to the upper left. Yankees 7, Orioles 4, the final in Baltimore. Austin Allen's 0 for 3, with a ground out in the 7th inning.
1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game.
Ball 2.
Ball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Gallegos, the native of Mexico. He's in his
now
2-0
in the chat. Red Sox 8 or Athletics 6 in Oakland. Indians 9, Blue Jays nothing in Cleveland.
The 2-0 on the way. Is swung on and missed.
But I had a bit of a cough this morning, but I'm okay. I'm all right. Strike 2 in the upper. It's now 2 and 2. ball 3 at the bottom. On deck will be Will Myers. He's batting .409 in the chat this morning.
With 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
That'd be fly ball to left center field. He's looking to get there, and he does. And that's the second out for the Padres. Run over hold at first. Here comes Will Myers. He's 0 for 3 for ground out in the 8th. Left fielder. Gallis nods his head. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
No balls and a strike.
Strike 2 to the left. Good pitch right there. And he struck him out quickly. We might have struck out quickly, and the inning is over.
So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left.
Game 1 in St. Louis, guys. In the Iamacreator group. We go to bottom of the 9th inning. Padres 2, Cardinals 1.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and
Manager for the 5-2 Padres. We're going to have a little strategy prep talk. And on the mound for the 5-2 Padres will be Kirby Yates. Kirby Yates. Making his 4th start of the season. That's 3 saves and 3 strikeouts to his resume. Due up for the Cardinals. It'll be Colin Wong. He's singled in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Smash that like button, guys. Tweet it out. Share him. Comment. Add him to a playlist anytime you'd like. As baseball is still 1 to 2 days a week, basically. Still remains a different format, different environment quite a bit. So that's 0-1. He nods his head deeply. Makes the pitch offering coming up. That'd be ground ball center field. It's picked up in time. Goes to the first baseman, 1 away. Cardinals. That'll bring in Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. He doubled and drove in a run. He is 1 for 3. Game 1 in St. Louis this morning. Yeah, I don't think my Angel will be in the chat, since who and I were on the call yesterday to see if I had any little bit of plans going on. I'm like, well, maybe, but it all depends. We'll see what it comes down to. Strike 2 to the left. That was looking 0-2. Goldschmidt is 1 for 3.
He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Mariners 5, White Sox 4 in the final in Chicago. Here comes the 0-2 pitch coming up by Yates.
Now the 0-2 pitch.
Ball went at the bottom. Bottom right angle, 1-2.
Born in the Aloha state of Hawaii, he was taken.
I'm just skipping a little bit of the parts this morning.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
And turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very
yeah, happy 4th of July to you guys, by the way, of 2020. The Iamacreator community. That'll be fly ball to center field. He'll pick that one up, and he makes the catch. Out number 2 for the Cardinals. Cardinals are down to their final out. Last chance for the Cardinals. Marcell Ozuna up the bat. He's 1 for 2 with a double and drove in a ribby.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Strike 1 inside the zone. That is strike 1 of the normal hands. 96 miles per hour. This morning in the chat. Zona is 1 for 2. That'll be fly ball to deep center field, and I think that'll do it. And responsibly, it does end it. And the Cardinals go down to 3 and 4 of the season. But the 3 and 4 Cardinals played a close game this morning. That was a little close. As the Padres go up to 6 and 2 this season. undoubtedly. We'll wrap things up in a little bit. We'll do the scores and do the other thing in a second. So the Padres go up to 6-2, over the Cardinals down to 3-4 of the season. But it's still a young season. For the 6-2 Padres, Travis Zanikowski had a double. He was 1 for 4. Eric Hosford was 2 for 4 as we speak. So no home runs in between. William Machado was 1 for 4, drove in a ribby. The 3-4 Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt had a double. Marcell Ozuna had a double and a ribby. Yadier Molina had a strikeout. So there you go, guys. Let's try to exit out. As the Cardinals go down to 3-4 of the season. Final score 2-1. 7 hits, no errors, 3 hits, and 2 errors. The Cardinals are 3-4 this season. Sparkling Glenn, huh? We'll simulate that real quick for valid lineups. So as far as the other scores go, guys, we've got the Royals. Hold up a minute. Affects your team. Okay. Hold up.
San Diego Padres pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 2-1. Miles Michaelis came away with a loss on the mound despite
we had the
Royals
get the second win of the season, up to 2-4. Over the Tigers, down to 2-6 in Detroit. Final score 4-0 shutout. 8 hits, no errors, 4 hits, and no errors at the same time. Montgomery had his first win. The Washington Nationals went by 2 up to 4-2 up the season. Over the Gilgo Mets, down to 5-2 in New York City. 4-2, 8 hits, 7 hits, no errors. Max Scherzer with his first win. Subo with his second save. The Mariners up to 4-5. They win by 1 up to 4-5 over the White Sox, down to 3-3 even in Chicago, Illinois. By 1 run, 5-4, 7 hits, no errors. LeBlanc with his first win, and Zavala with his fourth save. The New York Yankees improved to 5-2. Striking the Orioles down to 4-3 in Baltimore. Next to winning 7-4, 14 hits, 1 error, 8 hits, and no errors. Zach Britton with second win with the 5-2 Yankees this season. That's a good thing. And the Fireballer out of 7 for his third save. The Red Sox prove up to 7-1 of the season, easily handling the Athletics down to 3-7 in Oakland. 8-6, 13 hits, no errors. 10 hits, no errors. Velasquez with his first win. Matt Barnes with his first save. The Indians get their second win of the season, up to 2-4. Over the Blue Jays, down to 3-5 in Cleveland, Ohio. 10-2, 17 hits, 1 error. 2 hits, 6 hits, no errors. 17 hits, 1 error. Corey Kluber with his first win as well. The Pirates rise up by 1 up to 4-2. Over the Reds, down to 3-4 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go Steelers. 9-8, 9 hits, 2 errors. 10 hits and no errors. Talon with his first win. Krejcek, I would think. Krejcek with his third save. The Cubbies up to 5-1. By 2 over the Braves, down to 2-4 in Atlanta, Georgia. 9-7, 15 hits and 1 error. Same way. 10 hits and no errors with 15 and 1 error. Hendricks up to a 2-0 start for the 5-1 Cubbies. Brandon Miller with his second save. The Angels go up to 4-3. By 1 over the Rangers to 4-3, down to 4-3 in Los Angeles and in Anaheim. 6-5, 10 hits, 1 error, 12 hits and no errors. Anderson with his very first win. We'll simulate that as well. As far as the other teams go, we've got the LA Dodgers in extra innings by 6. going up to 6 and
Happy
2.
Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from
Over the
Friday.
Rockets down to 3 and 5, and Colorado 10 to 4, 8 hits and 1 error, 9 hits and 1 error as well. Kelly 2-0 start on the mound for the 6 and 2 Dodgers, excuse me.
The Atlanta Braves beat the visiting Marlins 6-2.
The Rays going up to 4 and 4 even of the season by 7 over the Giants, down to 2 and 6 of the season in San Francisco. 12 to 5, 17 hits, no errors, 10 hits, 1 error. Yardsboro with his first win. The Red Sox improve up to 8 and 1. Outstanding. Of a perfect opportunity. Over the D-backs down to 2 and 6 in Arizona. 6 to 2, 9 hits, no errors, 5 hits and 1 error. Tatsun's very first win. The Phillies break down the only unbeaten lose and getting its first loss. As the Phillies going up to 2, as the Phillies are up to 2 and 4. Over the Twins down to 5 and 1 after being the only unbeaten that was left. But gets the first loss for the 5 and 1 Twins. 3 to 1, 4 hits, 8 hits, no errors. Nola with his first win. Neris with his very first save. The Reds up to 4 and 4 even with a victory over the Pirates down to 4 and 3 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 3 to 1, 8 hits, 1 error, 2 hits and no errors. Gray with his first win. Garrett with his first save. The Indians get their third consecutive win, as the 3 and 4 Indians started 0 and 4 in the early of the young season, up to 3 and 4 of the season. Over the Blue Jays down to 3 and 6 in Cleveland. 8 to 7, 11 hits, 13 hits, no errors. Simba with his first win. The Atlanta Braves win by 4 up to 3 and 4 of the season. Over the Marlins down to 2 and 6 in Atlanta. 6 to 2, 7 hits, 2 errors, 10 hits, 2 errors. Juan with his very first win. St. Green with his very first save. The Astros squeak by 2 in extra innings as well, up to 4 and 4 even. Over the Athletics down to 3 and 8 in Houston, Texas. 6 to 4, 13 hits, 7 hits, no errors. Harris with his very first win. The Cubbies improve up to 6 and 1 after this good victory over the Brewers, down to 3 and 5 in Milwaukee. 7-0, 7-zip. Shutout, 15 hits, 2 hits, no errors. John Lester 2-0 start for the 6 and 1 Cubbies this season. That's really nice. And the Angels win by 1 up to 5 and 3. That's a smart move. Over the Rangers down to 4 and 4 even. In Los Angeles and Anaheim or something. 4 to 3, 9 hits, 8 hits, and no errors. Travis Cole with his first win. Robles with his fourth save. So the Cardinals are down to 3 and 4. Or they're now 3 and 4. As it will be next time, it will be the 3 and 4 Cardinals taking on the 6 and 2 Padres and San Diego. Moments ago, Padres won the first one 2 to 1. As the ones on the mound will be Zoe Lucizzi taking on Michael Wacha in Game 2 in San Diego. As far as the other teams go, we've got the, we'll wrap things up in a second, just a little bit. We've got the 2 and 4 Royals taking on the 2 and 6 Tigers in Detroit. Brennan Keller 0 and 1, 27.00 ERA. He'll be facing Turnbull. He has a 3.00 ERA as well. The 5 and 2 Go-Go Mets is hosting a good one, hosting the 4 and 2 Nationals in New York City. Steven Strasburg is 0 and 1, 3.00 ERA. Taking on Stallman with a 5.68 ERA as well. So that'll be interesting. 4 and 3 Pirates hosting the 4 and 4 Reds even in Pittsburgh. Wood 1 and 0, 1.50 ERA. In the set this morning, taking on Williams 4.50 ERA. As well as it's accumulating. Hold up a minute. Hold up. Okay, we're still doing good. That's good. 5-1, Formula 1 beating the 5-1 Twins. Visiting the 2-4 Phillies in Philadelphia. Jose Barrero's 16.88 ERA. Taking on Drew Smiley with a 1-0 record. On the mound for the 2-4 Phillies. Somebody being arrested, I really don't give a crap on that. 3-3 White Sox even, hosting the 4-5 Mariners in Chicago. Sheffield 0-1, 54, 0-0 ERA. So I have to finalize the number. Taking on Rodon 1-0, 3.00 ERA. The 2-6 Giants, hosting the 4-4 Rays even of the season in San Francisco. Glasnow 1.00 ERA. Taking on Rodriguez 0-1, 12.46 ERA, a different point. The 3-6 Blue Jays taking on the 3-4 Indians in Cleveland, Ohio, former winless team. Thornton 2.08 ERA, taking on Clevinger 9.28 ERA. The 5-2 Yankees taking on the 4-3 Orioles in Baltimore. Michael Tanaka 1-0 record. He'll be taking on Bundy 0-1, 2.7.00 ERA. So that'll be interesting to see how these pair. 4-4 Astros even taking on the 3-8 Athletics and Houston. Trevor Rourke is 0-1 with 6.17 ERA in the chat guys of the Iamacreator community. He'll be facing McCluster's. He has 1-0 record, 10.80 ERA. Excuse me. 6-1 Cubbies taking on the 3-5 Brewers and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Cole Hamels, he's 0-1, 16.88 ERA, taking on Zach Davies, 3.86 ERA when runs allowed. 2-6 D-backs hosting the improved 8-1 Boston Red Sox in Arizona. Ron Porcello has a 1-0 record with a 3.00 ERA, taking on Gallen, 1.17 ERA with a good ERA range. 3-4 Braves hosting the 2-6 Marlins in Atlanta. Hernandez 0-1, 1.80 ERA, taking on Turan with a 3.86 ERA. The 6-2 Dodgers, we're almost done guys. 6-2 Dodgers taking on the 3-5 Rockies in Cleveland. Actually, excuse me, Colorado. Urenas 1.50 ERA. He'll be taking on Santalia, 1-0 record, 1.29 ERA. And the 5-3 Angels will be hosting the 4-4 Rangers even. Allard 7.20 ERA, taking on Trevor Cothill with a 1-0 record. No standings today, guys. I'm gonna wrap things up for this morning, as the Cardinals are now 3-4. There's still a lot of time for any team to catch up. Hold up. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna have some breakfast in just a moment. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, managing the 3-4 Cardinals in St. Louis or outside of St. Louis, every 1 to 2 days a week, be sure to hit that red support button if you guys are new in the chat. And also smash the like button, tweet it out, share them, comment, add them to a playlist. The more we expand, the more we grow. And if anybody has any goals in the chat, the Iamacreator group will help. We are going to try to help grow your channel. I'm still at 61 moderators since I was at 1393 earlier this week. But then again, my ass lost 6 or 7 at the same point. So we'll see what happens as we speak. If there's also anybody in the chat of the Iamacreator group has a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you'd like. I'm not that hard to find of the group. Well, we watch our videos in full. We like the videos in full, share them, tweet them out as good as we can, and we are good to go. And we never ask for support back either, guys, so guys have any questions about the idol? We don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully soon or later. But I'll let you guys know if I hear anything. But I'm going to wrap it up this morning. Tonight you guys will have Doom Eternal. Remember, I'm off today, tomorrow, and I go back Monday from 7 to 11. So tomorrow will be Doom Eternal and The Last of Us Part 2. So that will be something down the road for sure for tomorrow. Because I'm off today, which is actually the 4th of July, and I'm off tomorrow on July 5th. But alrighty, guys, hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to wrap things up. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys had a good time. I hope you all enjoyed, appreciating you guys coming in for entertainment. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the same way. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. Till next time, this is JD signing off. I'll see you guys tonight for Doom Eternal. Same time, same channel of the Iamacreator community. And I'll see you guys till then, and I'll see you guys in the next one.